This is as brutal as it gets. Ellen's fall from the talk show grace was a sight to see. Once adored as the be kind woman, her carefully crafted image completely crumbled and people saw the real her. On the Megyn Kelly show, Rob Schneider did not hold back and Megyn went all in, tearing apart Ellen's hypocrisy and exposing her desperate comeback attempts. Rob even had a personal message just for her, and today, we're going to cover it all. As always, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos just like this.
She was said to be a nasty biatch, and that's Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
So her show got canceled after she had this testy exchange with Dakota Johnson, where something happened where Dakota said, I had this birthday party, and Ellen said, well, why didn't you invite me? You didn't invite me. And she said, no, I did invite you, Ellen. That's not what happened. And Ellen had blown her off and then tried to play the victim on the set with her. Anyway, it led to article after article of people being like, Ellen's a bitch. Ellen is a nasty person. And all these staffers started to come out, not for nothing, but I know a guy, I know him very well, whose sister worked for her, who said, you were not allowed to make eye contact with Ellen in the halls of that show. If you saw her, this is not a nice person.
It all started with a single tweet. A user asked his followers to share the craziest stories they'd heard about Ellen being rude, and what followed was pure chaos. It was like watching thousands of people piece together a giant puzzle of bad behavior. One user replied with, quote, I worked at Real Food Daily, served her and Portia at brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that it was on her plate, but just that it was on my hand. I had worked till the closing night before, and it was just the next morning. Almost got me fired. She even went on Inside Edition to talk about it, and another one added, quote, an old friend worked on her lot and smiled and said good afternoon to her one day, and she became unhinged. Who do you think you are? You don't look at me, yada yada. She said Portia was with her and seemed embarrassed and tried to calm her down. Countless stories like these surfaced, leading to expose articles, and eventually Ellen's show was canceled. But last April, she announced a comeback with a Netflix special, and Megyn wasn't about to let that slide.
She's got a Netflix special. That's the right response.
Yeah.
She's got a Netflix special. And here's the capper. On the promo, and apparently there's now articles out about from people who have seen the preview, she plays the victim. And she says, poor me. And she actually has the nerve to say that she was run out of Hollywood. This person
with $100 million in her pocket,
$450 million according to Forbes. That's a low estimate.
Yeah.
Because so now she's out there saying, I was run out of Hollywood. She's actually reportedly complaining about how hard it is for women in America with the double standards.
Look at Oprah, how hard it is for her.
Oh, she's got, 10 houses, Ellen DeGeneres?
Michelle Obama, look how hard it is for women in America. They're hurting.
Well, that net worth is up to $500 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth, and she's basically a real estate shark flipping multi-million-dollar homes like it's a hobby. But to Megyn's point, playing the victim is the only move that she knows. How else is she supposed to convince people that she's not the bad person here? When the backlash hit, Ellen tried to shift the blame, making it seem like she had no idea what was happening behind the scenes of her own show. But acting clueless didn't cut it, because simply put, multiple employees and guests had the same complaints for years. Rob had a special message for her, and the way he put it, well, it's simply amazing.
I think everyone should have a chance for reconciliation. I don't think Jesus exempted anybody. And so I do, while it does, because I have been allowed back in, but I don't hold any grievance and resentment. It's very important. And I would just say for Ellen, the resentment, you have to get over resentment to whatever addiction or addictive qualities happen. To get over it, you have to deal with resentment and address it. And then otherwise you're going to fall back into the same pattern. And I think also to admit your mistakes.
Of all people on earth to be feeling sorry for herself, Ellen DeGeneres should not be on the list.
She should at least, but make a real apology and do it.
There's no apology. It's just woe is me. I was run out of Hollywood as she speaks from this grandiose stage on Netflix.
And this is exactly why, despite Hollywood's attempts to cancel Rob, he's still a respected voice. The man tells it like it is, and people appreciate that. But Ellen didn't take his advice at all. Instead of owning up to anything, she turned the whole situation to a joke. In her Netflix special, she sarcastically said she was kicked out of show business for being mean. As if that's the only thing that people had a problem with. Nice try. The stories weren't just about her being rude, they painted a picture of a toxic work environment filled with fear and intimidation. By the way, I've noticed you haven't liked the video or subscribed to the channel yet, so what are you waiting for? Now, even Rosie O'Donnell shared her own story about Ellen, and it's kind of sad.
Why were you never a guest on Ellen's show during its 20-year run? Were you really never?
Never.
Did they not ask?
No.
Really?
No, like we had a little bit of a weird thing, and after my show went off the air and hers was coming on the air, Larry King was on with Ellen, and he said, "Whatever happened to Rosie O'Donnell? Her show went down the tubes. She came out as a lesbian and disappeared." And Ellen said, and I'm quoting, "I don't know, Rosie. We're not friends." And I was in bed with Kelly, and I went, "Did I just hear that? Or was that like a hallucination auditory voice in my..." No, and that's what happened. And it hurt my feelings like a baby, and I never really got over it. And so...
But they also never asked you to come on.
Well, no, they asked me once at the end, towards the end. I was going to go on for SMILF, but
Right.
I wanted to bring someone with me because I thought it might be a little less awkward.
Right.
And they didn't want to do that.
Love her or hate her, you have to admit that what Rosie described here is seriously messed up. But are we really surprised? This is the Hollywood that we're talking about. I mean, this is Hollywood we're talking about. A place filled with self-serving narcissist individuals who'll do whatever it takes to get ahead. And it's always been that way. That's the industry, and the industry rewards those people who play the game. No matter how shady their actions are. People step on others, fake friendships, and they pretend to be someone they're not, all for the sake of fame and power. During Megyn's show, they played the promo for Ellen's special, and Rob's reaction to it was priceless.
That's
Yeah, disingenuous.
disgenerous. That's disgenerous. Well, I think you should, I mean, there's certainly no lack of, I don't sense any humility
No.
in that.
No, and no one cares that now she's dealing with chickens. It's like, all right,
You're a normal $450 million
Right.
person.
And by the way, I guarantee you she's
Who's
worth
taking
a
care
lot
of her
more.
chickens? I guarantee, what's that? You guarantee what?
She's worth a lot more
yeah,
than
yeah.
$450 million.
Her art alone.
And like those talk show hosts
Her
are,
devil-worshipping art alone.
it's just, it's too much. I can't stand these rich celebrities who want us to feel sorry for them. We don't, right? It's like all those you saw, like Julia Roberts on the Oprah special with Kamala Harris, like, oh, and Meryl Streep. Like,
I know, winning over the hearts of people who live in gated communities everywhere.
And that's what it all boils down to. Humility was never a part of her character. If she had come out, made a sincere apology, and actually followed through with actions that showed real change, well, we'd be having a completely different conversation right now. But no, that never happened. Instead, she brushed everything off, acted like the victim, and continued to look down on the people who once supported her and made her who she was. It's clear she sees herself as above you. I say good riddance, and hopefully we won't have to sit through yet another comeback attempt by her. But I'd love to know your thoughts here, so let's get the conversation rolling in the comments down below. And if you like the video, please share it with your friends and family. It really helps us reach new people and grows faster. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
ठीक है फिर तो हम व्लॉग बरसी वाला तक सिखावना ना कि मैं यही मैं बढ़ावना भी ठीक है ही मैं
रिक्वेस्ट है बड़ा मीडियम में ये क्या करना है
देता खाना करा
धारे टाइम का से आपको कर जाना है
हाँ तूफान की में खान जी भरते आ
हां भाई अरे
टेबल बढ़वाना पे खान जी बाय बाय काम करना मेरी चेल दा तो कोब निकल रहा है
टेबल कुर्सी रख के बना
प्रोटोकॉल इंशाल्लाह करें ने गरीब बंदे हैं मैं गुजारा ही करने असा
बड़े गर्मी नहीं
ए होन रखे से मैं ये लवेन खत्म कर मैंने 1 मिनट दा जाम दा ठीक है फिर तो हम व्लॉग बरसी वाला तक सिखावना ना कि मैं यही मैं बढ़ावना भी ठीक है ही मैं
रिक्वेस्ट है बड़ा मीडियम में ये क्या करना है
देता खाना करा
धारे टाइम का से आपको कर जाना है
हाँ तूफान की में खान जी भरते आ
हां भाई अरे
टेबल बढ़वाना पे खान जी बाय बाय काम करना मेरी चेल दा तो कोब निकल रहा है
टेबल कुर्सी रख के बना
प्रोटोकॉल इंशाल्लाह करें ने गरीब बंदे हैं मैं गुजारा ही करने असा
बड़े गर्मी नहीं
ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਰੱਖੇ ਸੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਲਵੇ ਨਾ ਖਤਮ ਕਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਦਾ ਜੈਮ ਦਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਫਿੱਟ ਪੰਮ ਇਹ ਵਲੌਗ ਬਰਸੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਤੇ ਸਿਖਾਉਣਾ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਇਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਵੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ
रिक्वेस्ट ले बड़ा मीडियम में ये चेक करना जरूरी
देखा खाना करा
धारे टाइम का से ऊपर जाना था
हाँ तूफान की में खान जी भरते आ
हां भाई अरे
केबल बढ़वाना पे खान जी बाय बाय काम करना मेरी चेल दा तो कोब निकल रहा है
टेबल कुर्सी रख के बना
प्रोटोकॉल इंशाल्लाह करे ने गरीब बंदे हैं मियां गुजारा ही करने असा
बड़े गर्मी नहीं
ए हुन रखे से मैं ये लवे ना खत्म कर मैंने 1 मिनट दा जैम दा ठीक है फिट पंम व्लॉग बरसी वाला ते सिखावना ना कि मैं यही मैं बढ़ावना भी ठीक है ही मैं
रिक्वेस्ट ले बड़ा मीडियम में ये चेक करना जरूरी
देखा खाना करा
धारे टाइम का से ऊपर जाना था
हाँ तूफान की में खान जी भरते आ
हां भाई अरे
केबल बढ़वाना पे खान जी बाय बाय काम करना मेरी चेल दा तो कोब निकल रहा है
टेबल कुर्सी रख के बना
प्रोटोकॉल इंशाल्लाह करे ने गरीब बंदे हैं मियां गुजारा ही करने असा
बड़े गर्मी नहीं
ए हुन रखे से मैं ये लवे ना खत्म कर मैंने 1 मिनट दा जैम दा ठीक है फिट पंम व्लॉग बरसी वाला ते सिखावना ना कि मैं यही मैं बढ़ावना भी ठीक है ही मैं
रिक्वेस्ट ले बड़ा मीडियम में ये चेक करना जरूरी
देखा खाना करा
धारे टाइम का से ऊपर जाना था
हाँ तूफान की में खान जी भरते आ
हां भाई अरे
केबल बढ़वाना पे खान जी बाय बाय काम करना मेरी चेल दा तो कोब निकल रहा है
टेबल कुर्सी रख के बना
प्रोटोकॉल इंशाल्लाह करे ने गरीब बंदे हैं मियां गुजारा ही करने असा
बड़े गर्मी नहीं
ए हुन रखे से मैं ये लवे ना खत्म कर मैंने 1 मिनट दा जैम दा ठीक है फिट पंम व्लॉग बरसी वाला ते सिखावना ना कि मैं यही मैं बढ़ावना भी ठीक है ही मैं
रिक्वेस्ट ले बड़ा मीडियम में ये चेक करना जरूरी
देखा खाना करा
धारे टाइम का से ऊपर जाना था
हाँ तूफान की में खान जी भरते आ
हां भाई अरे
केबल बढ़वाना पे खान जी बाय बाय काम करना मेरी चेल दा तो कोब निकल रहा है
टेबल कुर्सी रख के बना
प्रोटोकॉल इंशाल्लाह करे ने गरीब बंदे हैं मियां गुजारा ही करने असा
बड़े गर्मी नहीं
ए हुन रखे से मैं ये लवे ना खत्म कर मैंने 1 मिनट दा जैम